Hi everyone, thanks so much for deciding to watch my video today. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Maureen and I am so happy to have you here. And today's video is what's in my makeup bag. I've seen quite a few comments of people asking what my favorites are. So I decided to show you what is in my makeup bag. This is the only thing that physically does not stay in my makeup bag. I keep this in my drawer, but this is a product that I use all the time. So we will start with this. And this is from LA Girl, and this is their nude eyeshadow collection. And these are the colors. And it's strictly nudes. There's no, crazy colors or anything like that. It comes with a little mirror. I generally don't use that. I have a magnifying mirror that I generally use. And this is the palette that I would use most of the days of the week. I really only, do anything with any kind of colors. If I'm going somewhere, if I'm going, or sometimes I just feel like doing it. But for the most part, I just basically do a neutral nude look. Nothing crazy. So that is a palette that I really, really like and enjoy. I mean, I have tons of others, but this is probably one that I reach for the most. So, let's see. Try to keep this. I have so many things in here. Another product that I love is from Wet n Wild, and this is the Mega Cushion, and this is their color corrector. And this, I will open this. So it has a little spongy thing, which I never ever use, just because I just dab it on with my finger. And this is a sponge. And this is like a peachy tone, I do believe. I will check the bottom. And you just touch your finger, like a ring finger, something, a lighter finger that you don't have a, strong touch with. I usually just touch it once, get enough on my finger. And I just use the color corrector for under my eyes. And this is Peach. I don't know if that's going to focus. Probably not. Okay, so this is Peach, and this has been, I bought this, I think, at Walgreens, honestly. It was not expensive. And it says it's for dark circles. I don't really have dark circles, but I have some darkness underneath my eyes. And rather than use a concealer for that, because sometimes that's a little too drying for under my eyes, I use this, and this works perfectly. So I don't have a problem using that. I just recently, we received the Dr. Brandt Needles No More Baggage. And this is an eye depuffing gel. And this reduces the lines, reduces the look of dark circles. And I tried this once. I don't know if I love it, but I will try it again. This is not in my makeup bag. It's in my drawers because I don't know, it's not something I'm going to reach for all the time. And this comes out like a salmon color, and you just warm it up between your fingers and just dab it on or pat it on underneath your eyes. It might work great if you have, some puffiness or bags under your eyes. I do not. Sometimes I have puffiness. It just depends how much sleep I've received. But I do prefer the Wet n Wild Cushion, color corrector personally. But sometimes I've used this once, and I will, give that a try. It is in my drawer for all that stuff. I have a container here, and I just keep my cotton rounds in it. It's so much easier just to keep in my bag. I buy the refills at Dollar General, Dollar Tree for $1 and just, utilize them. But I usually keep this in my makeup bag. And I always have a little sample size of I love Garnier. It's one of my favorites of their micellar cleansing water. And this is their waterproof one. I get the regular, and if I get a sample, and sometimes I've refilled these with my waters that I have in bigger bottles. So I keep that in my makeup bag, and that will force me before I do anything else just to cleanse my skin if I don't want to use my bigger bottles. I guess some of the blushes that I have, I'm trying to think what these are. That's a highlighter. I'm trying to think if they're the only blushes in my bag. I think so. I have a Revlon, and this is Naughty Nude. And this is a blush. I don't use the little brush. Sometimes I can get away with using that as a little bit of a contour. I don't generally do that, but that's a little bit deeper of a blush. And this, yeah, it's 006 Naughty Nude. So that's just a nude blush, if that's what I'm in the mood for, depending on. I do like Laura Geller's blushes. So here, and usually they're a mix of colors, like a marbleized mix. And this one is her Baked Brulee in Berry Cream. Love that one. And the next one I have is the Baked Blush and Brighten. And this is Tropic Hues. Once again, I think I've only used this once. But and these are all liquids that are baked, and these are all made in Italy. And they last forever. But there's different hues in there, so sometimes I'll use that one. And then I have another little one that is oh no, that's a baked highlighter. Is that the only blushes I have in my bag? I think so. I don't think I have any other blushes in my bag. So they're the blushes that I use. I also keep my blender cleanser, you know, your brush cleaner and your beauty blender cleaner in my bag. Also forces me to clean my brushes every time I use them, which I do. I've gotten in that habit with all my acrylic brushes. I am an acrylic artist. To clean them at the end of use, because you do not want any paint getting in there and getting in the ferrule, the metal part of your handle. And I treat my brushes, my makeup brushes, the same way. I mean, I do use these brushes and they are clean all the time. I mean, it's very rare. I have a little cup in my bathroom when I get ready next to my mirror. And, you know, at the end of the day, I clean them, or right after use, I clean them. Let me show you. I also picked up at the dollar store, and I do use, when I clean my brushes, I do use one of these mats that you put in your sink, and it has all different kinds of textures to clean your brushes. I do use that. And this I picked up at the dollar, I think Dollar General or Dollar Tree. And this is a dish drying mat. And I just picked up pink because, you know, I'm girly. And I keep this in with this. That's why I got pink. So these stay together. And I open it flat on my counter and put all my brushes to dry. It was $1. I'm not, you know, I don't have to waste a hand towel or anything like that. And then, you know, this is, you know, very puffy. It's usually overnight, everything is nice and dry. And then I can just put all my brushes away the next day. So I do, you know, I'm a bargain hunter sometimes. I do use a beauty blender when I'm not using my brushes, especially for foundation. So I received this, I think, in a FabFitFun box. So I use my beauty blender, and that I don't keep in my makeup bag. I keep that in my bathroom, and it's not physically in the bag, even though this is a pretty big bag. Let's see, I think for highlighter, there might only be the one highlighter, because I don't generally use highlighters. Occasionally, I just don't find it necessary on a day-to-day basis. And I also, and this is a sample size that I received from Laura Geller. I mean, I have tons of highlighters. And this is her Baked highlighter in French Vanilla. And it's no shimmer or anything like that. And it goes on like butter. And it does show up. I mean, you can see it right there. And sometimes I'll put a little bit on. It's powdery, but if you're using like a Fix Plus afterwards, a spray, it does go right down. And I don't like a blinding highlighter. I like something that you can just see if you turn your face. So I use this. I do have for highlighters. I have Wet n Wild highlighters. You know, I use them if I'm going out. I don't use them on a daily. Now, foundation. I'm going to show you. I think I only have 2 foundations in here. 2. Yes. So for foundations, I love Dr. Denise. I love a lot of her products. And this is her Hydro Shield Tinted Moisturizer. Since it's tinted, I'm trying to think what the tint is. Really not sure, but it's, medium. It says it right there. This is perfect for me on a daily basis if I just am running out, you know, to run an errand or two, and I'm going to be home most of the day. I will just put this on. It gives me coverage that I need. It's moisturizer, and it's a self-adjusting color in it so that it will, you know, color correct. And this gives me beautiful skin just using this, but I don't use this all the time because I'm, you know, I just don't feel I need to, but this is a great product. I love the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte, and I use shade 105. I think this is light beige, if I'm not, or natural beige. I do believe that is. And I do use this, like I said, not every day, but I do use it. I like that. This is slightly dark for my skin. I am, you know, fair to medium skin tone. Obviously that will change with the summer. I'll get some more color on my face and this will be fine. I was going to get like 1 shade or 2 shades lighter and just mix it, but it really is fine. I can make it work. I also love, and I'm almost out of this and I will show you, and this is also from Laura Geller, and this is the Baked Balance and Brighten Foundation in medium, and there's not much of it left. I mean, I've already hit pan, but this is marbleized with several different colors. It comes with a little spongy thing that I use occasionally if I'm in a hurry, rather than getting out a brush or something like that. And then I just clean this. This one I used today and haven't cleaned it yet. But this works really great. And it comes with a little mirror, which I don't generally use. But this is something that I would say I use most days of the week. So I will have to be ordering another one of those. Occasionally, I keep these in my bag. We received these in one of the boxes, and these are just facial radiance pads, and these are exfoliate, tone, and brighten. Sometimes, you know, I will use this in the morning, so I keep it in my bag in case I want to use it. I do have, I'm trying to see what concealer stuff that I keep in my bag, because I really don't use concealer per se. I don't think that's concealer. That's not concealer. So that's really a primer. That's not. Occasionally for concealer, I will use the Benefit Airbrush Concealer, and this just is the number 2. A little pot. I have used quite a bit of it. As you can see, there's an indent. Sometimes this is nice under my eyes if, you know, I'm extra tired, but usually the Wet n Wild color corrector works fine. And I also have from Milani, this is the Retouch and Erase, and this is a light lifting concealer, and this comes with a little sponge you squeeze up and put the product on. I don't generally blend with the sponge. I use my beauty blender. This stuff is really nice. I like a lot of Milani products, so that I use, not on a daily. If I don't need it, I don't use it. Some brow stuff. Let me see if I can find all my brow stuff. It has to be something else. Where is my... Oh, here it is. For brows, I am a Benefit cosmetic user. I love the Gimme Brow, and I use shade, I think it's 3. Yes, shade 3. Probably not going to show up because of the glare. Shade 3, and this is the Gimme Brow. Love that. And this is the 24-hour brow setter, and this is, you know, clear gel, and it has the double-sided. One's larger than the other, so you can either get like a shorter comb or a longer comb. Of course, that's not going to focus. And this is just like a gel to help set your brows down. And this is the Bravo Conditioning Primer, and I use this probably in the evening after I'm done, you know, taking my shower and doing all my skincare. And this is just here's the head of it. And you just turn the bottom and the gel comes to the top. And this is just a good, I think, a good conditioner to help keep your brows going the direction you want. Keeps everything nice and conditioned. It's still hair. Trying to think, some of these are some skincare in here. No, that's primer. I keep an Aquaphor, and this is for, you know, for your dry lips. I keep that. Sometimes I put that on before I actually put my lipstick on, and let that sink in. We have some primers. Let me pull out all the primers. I have quite a few in here, and I will, depending on my mood, switch. Oh, this is a primer. I think that's all for primers. One more. I think that's it for primer. So for primers, I keep in my bag, and I switch around depending on my mood, honestly. And this is from Maybelline, and this is their Master Prime, and this is, it hydrates and it smooths. And this has 050 on it for, I don't know if there's a color. I guess this is just like the hydrating and smooth, I'm sorry. So I have that in my bag. I got this in a kit, I believe, and this is the Airbrush Away by number 7. This is very, very nice. I use that on occasion. I have a Milani Prime Perfection, and this is a face primer, and it's hydrating. It's oil-free. I do use this quite frequently, and this is 01 Prime Perfection. Like I said, I like a lot of Milani products. One of my favorites is from MAC, and it's the Prep and Prime, and this is a sample. I've had the bigger one. I'm, of course, out of it. I'm using the sample, and this is, just a good Prep and Prime for your skin. Very, very nice. I highly recommend the MAC. I haven't tried this one yet, but I put it in my makeup bag, and this is from the First Aid Beauty, and this is their Coconut Skin Smooth Primer Moisturizer. I'm going to give that one a try. I haven't even opened that yet. But so far, from Touch in Soul, and we received this in Boxy, I think. Was it the last Boxy Luxe? Or I think it was the Boxy Luxe in December, if I'm not mistaken, but might have been a Boxy Charm. I know it came from Boxy Charm. And this is the No Pore Blem Primer. Love this. This is a pump. One pump covers any area you want to do. You don't need to use much more than that. I love this. Highly recommend that product. And these are my favorites. I do, on occasion, I don't use face powder too often. As you get older, you sort of got to back away from some of the powders. They just settle and just dry my skin out. But I have the NYX Professional Makeup Mineral Matte Finishing Powder. And like I said, I don't use it all the time. I have used it. And this is, the color is light medium. And like I said, I use that occasionally, not all the time. Trying to think what else is in here. A lot of lippies. I use a lot of, I love the MAC Prep and Prime, the sprays that you use. You can use pre-makeup, after makeup to help set everything, set your powders down. And since I do use a powder foundation sometimes, this is nice to use. I do have a few others. I don't use them regular. But on occasion, I have from Pure, I have their setting spray, and I don't keep these in my makeup bag. I just keep them in my drawer if I want to use them. This is from Milani. This is Make It Last. This is their set. I think this is 16 hour. And believe it or not, I've received quite a few samples of these from Ulta Beauty, and this is their matte makeup setting spray. Works just fine. So I'm not, but I like to keep, some of their smaller ones are great for travel. So that's that. I'm trying to think what's next. I do, and I don't usually use an eye primer. Sometimes I can just go up with foundation or whatever, but I do have an e.l.f. Eye primer. I don't know if that will focus. Probably not. For color. No, so I can't even see what color it is. And this is doe foot applicator, and this is your eye shadow primer. Then I have some lippies here, and this I received in, I think it was one of the advent calendars at Christmas time from NYX, and this is a butter gloss, and I don't even know the shade, honestly, but you can see it. And this is like almost like a brownish, but not totally brown. So, and this is a sample size. I use that quite frequently. I love that. And this is from Ciate London, and this is just, lip luster, lip gloss, and it has some sheen. Try to open these. As you can see, it's just real light, but it's very pretty. And sometimes I'll just throw this on by itself. I do have, let me put these two down. I have this product, and I'm trying to think, I think this is from Tarte. I don't know if you'll be able to see that with all the glare from the light. This is from Tarte. So this end is a lipstick. So it's small, but because it's double-ended. Oh, I'm sorry. This is a lipstick. Very pretty color. I'm very into the neutrals. And then here's your lip gloss. So you can either do one or the other, both. And I do use this quite frequently and do enjoy that also. I've only sampled this. I have not actually used it. And this is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And this is lip gloss, and the color is Kristen. I think I used this once, so I don't necessarily have this in my makeup bag. Why can't I open this up? Okay. But I'll show you the color. But I do keep, I keep it in my makeup bag, but I keep it in the box. And like I said, Anastasia. But this is a beautiful color also. I love like the brownie neutrals, the nudes and all that stuff. And I do have some pinky nudes, but so I do use that. And then for mascara, I like the Tarte Man-Eater. And this is one we received. And I do use this on the regular. So here's their, I don't like the real big long bristles personally. Here, let me try to move back. So these are just smaller bristles. I don't know if you guys can see them or not. So when this runs out, I have a whole drawer full of mascara. I just recently received the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, so I will try that one out. We've got the Grande mascara, so I will try that one out. I love the packaging on this when I'm ready. And then I will try the Wander Beauty. And this is the Mile High Club volumizing mascara. So I'll try that one. So I have quite a few backups. I have a drawer full of mascaras. We just recently received the Manicadar volumizing mascara. So I have quite a few backups. I have a, who makes that? Another brand. I have some Laura Geller's. I have from Pure. I have mascaras, so I have quite a few mascaras. Oh, from Ico I have a mascara. Tons of mascaras to try out once, I'm ready for that. And that's basically everything that I keep in my makeup bag that I use on the daily for the most part. Sometimes I use on occasion, but I keep everything in the makeup bag. If I'm traveling, going away for the weekend, I can just basically grab one big bag and get everything inside. And these are the products that I like and that I choose to use. I will switch it up. I want to give away from another YouTuber. Just received some palettes and some Becca products, lippies, and her highlighter stuff. I just did a purchase through BH Cosmetics and through Hush. So I'll be getting all that stuff in with more palettes. So that I can have a few more options to maybe put aside the LA Girl. I have a whole drawer full of palettes that I do use, but I tend to grab for that one on a daily basis just to keep, sometimes I just do one shade all over the lid. I don't even do a crease. I just get something on there and mascara and go. There are times I don't do any eyeshadow, little mascara, little blush, lippy, and I'm out. Sometimes there just isn't time. I don't have to go to work every day. When I did, I did my makeup every morning. I always do brows also. That is a given. I always just, if anything, if I don't do everything else, I'll just use the Gimme Brow, and it gets the job done, and it works great. I did just recently from BH Cosmetics get their their Pro palette with all the different colors and shades in it. I haven't tried that yet. I'm really looking forward to try that. I kind of think I'm leaning more towards liking maybe some powders. I'll always love the Gimme Brow. That's a given. But I was just to try some of the powders to see if I can get a little bit better coverage where I can define and shape things a little bit better. I do not like the pencils pretty much at all. They just are too waxy. They just don't look natural to me, where I think more of the Gimme Brow always looks natural, and so does the powder. So that is my video for today. Remember to like this video, share with all your friends, leave me a comment, and most importantly, subscribe. And thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.